he likes.
It's very smart of them.
Yeah.
We're talking about Europe now. We're sitting here in Europe now. So next question will be more like different market differences in Europe area. We know that Europe is like very segmented market when it comes to specific charging. There's different electricity providers. Different countries have different ways of producing electricity. For example, Germany, you don't have the automated electricity anymore. And probably some people who really into green energy and they believe that's only why e-vehicles are more greener. They probably wouldn't like to use some energy produced by burning the coals. And there's very different preference when it comes to like payments for the electricity, I would imagine, and also different currencies, right? Like if you're in Switzerland, you have different currency. UK, not part of EU now, but another different currencies. So do you think there will be like a standard solutions for payments, for settlements integrations in the future of e-mobility in Europe?
I agree that the European market is very segmented due to many facts. For example, in public transport, you see that every municipality has their own solution and so on. So Europe is quite special. And I don't think that there will be one solution that will dominate the market as simply as it would just take too much time to roll out one solution to the whole world and to create all the charge points. I don't believe in that.
And it might be also regulated by governments.
Exactly. And I believe that the key to this whole thing is interoperability, so that you can charge in the end maybe also at Tesla stations with your Porsche car and so on. So yeah, I think that there the solution lies in this.
And they would just have to come up with certain, you know, like Tesla would like have, at some point they would have some deal with Porsche.
Exactly.
To get enough money out of it and still have their brand thing going on. And I do believe in that too, because in the long run, the more it grows, these companies, even if they're like competing against each other, at some point they're coming to the point where they want to sell you the car or their service or their payment subscriptions or whatever, and they have to integrate with the other players in that space. So at some point, the customer may have enough force to like squeeze these companies into this interoperability, as you're mentioning.
Maybe they would first integrate with utility companies, as they already do, as I mentioned, Mercedes with Ionity.
Yeah.
I think that would be the first step, but maybe then the OEMs might also work together.
Hopefully they will. And I think in the end, for the end customer who are using it, what they care is like if I can just charge wherever. If they're from one single providers or some different providers kind of collaborating with interoperability ways, that's their backend solutions. As customer, I do not have to. I best don't have that hassles in my world. Exactly. So in the end, as a customer, I can drive across Europe, maybe with the one single solution I have. I am happy.
I think that's going to be possible to have that trip, like with one solution throughout Europe, as you mentioned, as a segmented market.
I think we're already on a good way to finally provide that experience to the driver, because as I mentioned, PSPs, charge point operators and OEMs already work closely together, and they will even work more closely together in the future. So I think at one time in the future, in one day, it will be possible to really enjoy a European trip with your EV.